Precious. Hi everybody, we are back for another episode of Classics with Dad, in which me, Arthur's dad, will play classic video games and talk about them while people watch. And today, I'm going to be continuing with Castlevania Symphony of the Night from 1996, released by Konami on the original PlayStation. And I'm going to come out with a kind of a very specific objective for today's episode. So I'll walk while I talk here. In the last episode, if you watched, you may remember that I was killed by a bunch of flea men in the library, wearing armor and wielding axes. That is not something that usually happens to me. I've played this game many, many times. I don't die often, and what happened was I just kind of got a little bit over my head. I didn't go the normal kind of progression that I play the game through, as I'm trying to do things in a little bit of a different order than my normal path. And what happened? Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do now that I can double jump? I'm going to just, whoops, jump right up here. Yeah, I kind of was not as strong. I wasn't as leveled up. My gear wasn't as strong as it usually would be when I go to that area. I was caught a little off guard. So, what I'm going to do today is I am going to try to farm a rare item that will really give me a big boost. And make some of these areas a little bit easier. I have a tendency to get overpowered when I die in a game, and then come back and wreak my revenge. So where I'm heading right now is to the Colosseum. That's going to be above the clock room in the middle of the map. When in an earlier episode, when we passed through that area, we saw that an area in the ceiling opened up. A little bit laggy here. Opened up every minute, and it opens every minute and then shuts every other minute. I couldn't get up there before because I didn't have the double jump, but now that I did, that kind of secret path is open to us. And up there is where I'm going to be farming a very specific, powerful accessory. It's not a very common drop, so it's going to take a lot of grinding to get it. I'm going to try to use some video magic to speed up that portion of it for the viewers, assuming I don't get it. I mean, I could get lucky and get it pretty quickly. That doesn't typically happen, although the first time I found it, I kind of found it by accident, not knowing that it was something that could drop, so gotten lucky before. I've gotten lucky with loot drops in games before. Probably my most legendary. I would like to check the map from now and then. My most legendary lucky loot drop was in the time the random number generator was most kind to me. Was in World of Warcraft. I played it kind of when it first came out, and had a long hiatus for like a decade. And I went back well after Wrath of the Lich King. Oh, see, it's open. I'm going to hop right up here. Whoop! After Wrath of the Lich King had come and gone, and you kind of go back and I'll continue this anecdote in a minute after I enter this new area. Olrox's quarters. So we're actually just passing through. This is not our end goal. We'll come back here later. We're just passing through right now. Let's go check the Skelleranks. So yeah, so Wrath of the Lich King. The Lich King raid has like a 1% drop, 1% chance to drop Invincible, his skeletal mount. And the first time I went back and just played through that raid on my own, as I was like super over leveled because I was many expansions later. My first time through, he dropped the Reigns of Invincible. So that was pretty cool. 1% drop. And you can only do that once a week, I believe, before it would reset. So pretty cool. Alright, so I just entered the Colosseum. this is where we're going to be doing our grinding. Now you got to be careful. There are some tough monsters in here. This is again a place where if you're not careful, you can get killed. So I am going to save because the last thing I want to happen is to die and lose my progress. I definitely don't want to die after I've found this item. And here's who it drops from. Let me see if I'm in the right area. Nope, not this way. Let me see. Where is it gonna be? Let's get past you little skeleton. This guy right here. This Paranthropus. Now, part of the problem with the grinding process is I'm also still fairly weak, so it's gonna be a little slow grinding. But let me see if I can find the best spot to kind of walk in and out of the screen here and get one of these guys to fight. Is there one right here? No. Oh, the blood cloak. Let's equip this really quickly. I forget what the best spot is. You want it to be somewhere you can like quickly go in and out of the frame. There might be another one somewhere else. Hold on. Let's do a little bit of exploring and find the optimal spot. Because the key to farming, anyone that's farmed items or XP or whatever knows, and grinding stuff out like this, is it's all about the speed of those repetitions. You want to be going in and out as fast as you can. I also have to be careful as I'm going into the frame and out of the frame to try to kill this guy quickly to not get into such a groove that I'm not going to right now. That I inadvertently have the item drop and then leave the screen before I pick it up, because sometimes you just get into this kind of mindless in and out. So I'm not too worried about that happening, but always got to be on your guard. All right, I have saved, so we know there's one of those guys down below. And let me just see. I feel like there might be another spot where there's one or two of them that are closer to the edge of a screen. I could be wrong, but let's get these hunting girls. They kind of what makes them a little bit annoying is just the fact that their damage animation. You only hit them once before their damage animation. Nope. All right, those things stink. All right, those guys riding on the horses are a pain. Let's see. Let's explore. All right, let's explore the Colosseum a little bit. Like I said, before we get right into the grinding. Also, this is one of those levels that actually has some pretty cool music. I like the little jazzy guitar. Yeah, great music in this level. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Mist could pass, and there's something on the other side there. That looks like something pretty exciting. Not what we're here for right now, but definitely something that we're going to need to continue on. Oh, yeah, all right. Blade Master. Another benefit too when you're kind of once I start the grinding process is that you get a lot of XP, level up a few times naturally over the process. So you'll get stronger from finding the item and from gaining a bunch of levels. All right, let's see. Is there one on this side of the Colosseum? I'm not going to go down that passage to the right. I'm going to go down that passage to the right at the end of this video once I have what I want. Oh, and let's open up this. This opens up from an earlier episode. We approached from the chapel side, and we're on the other side of that locked door. So that's opened up. We just opened a shortcut to another area. Let's see, going to be another save spot. All right. Next. Data saved. Let's see. No, I don't really feel like tangling with that guy here. No, not this way. So maybe there aren't. Maybe that guy on the other side. Maybe that's it. Oh, I like the key to getting these guys. I feel kind of like you kill the owl and they get really sad. He has a mess before he got back up. Oh, but it took too long and he got back up. Oh yeah, see, you can see here how I'm still fairly weak for this area, but that's gonna change if I get this item. All right, I guess that one that was back here is who I have to farm. So back we go. And then the grinding begins. I personally don't mind grinding for either XP or items. Some people are not a fan of the grind, but I think it's all worth it for that dopamine hit when it finally drops. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here for that sweet dopamine. Alright, let's head back down. Alright, I'll just hit this save spot right here, so we're on this side of the floor in the event the worst happens. Don't have to backtrack too far. Alright. So I think I've killed, what, 2 of those skeleton guys so far, and they have not dropped it. So we'll see how many. I'm going to keep track of how many it takes before it finally drops. Alright, here we go. It is time. It's going to be slow going, because I don't do that much damage yet. Oh, dropped nothing. Here we go. Now at this point, unless I'm probably going to be like, actually there's no point in going up. Let's go this way. On screen, off screen. Resets them. At this point, I imagine I'm just going to be kind of editing my way through all this and not make everyone watch me kill this guy a bunch of times. But yeah, the other benefit, right? I'm going to gain some levels in the process, so I'll be stronger for a couple of reasons. Stronger armor, a stronger item, and higher level. Oh. Nope, nothing doing. Now the other thing, well, I'll try to mention everything again that I say here, just in case. Anything else? Oh. You also, this thing makes this item unique, is that you can only get it on a replay of the game. It will not drop your first time playing through it. Look at that. There she is. That did not take long at all. Ring of Varda. Here we go, baby. Now let's take a look. Let me show you. When you go to equip it, look what it does to your stats. Plus 30 to strength, plus 10 to constitution, plus 30 to intelligence, 5 to luck, 40 to attack power, 15 to defense. Golden ring to rule over all. Alright, let us equip. That is maybe the fastest I have ever found that. I can probably just don't even have to speed up the footage. Like I was planning on, like, hey, I'll grind. If it takes me an hour, I'll just like play it on fast forward. Always save after you find something like this. Alright. So, since I've gotten the Ring of Varda here, like I said, you can only get this on a replay. And this is one of several items, if I can kind of geek out here for a second, that I don't know if this was the original, I don't know if this is in the original Japanese version, if someone that was translating it had a little bit of fun, but for you kind of deep cut Tolkien fans, you might recognize the name Varda here. And you know, it's funny, it says golden ring to rule over all would imply, oh, is this like a reference to the One Ring from Lord of the Rings? I mean, I guess it probably kind of is, but what's interesting is Varda is the name of one of the Valar, which are like one of the deity-type creatures from Lord of the Rings, also known by the elves of the name Elbereth, the star vial that Frodo and Sam carry, that Frodo's given by Galadriel, and they carry into Shelob's lair, for example. That is powered by the power of Varda, very powerful deity of light, but is one of several. This is not stuff that really is covered in the mainline Lord of the Rings books. But if you read the Silmarillion or some of the stuff in the appendix and whatnot, we'll talk about this. But yeah, so it's one of several items in the game that I've discovered, and I'm not the only person discovered, but that you'll see are kind of these deep cut Tolkien references. Ring of Varda, yeah. So really one of the best items here in the game. And you can actually, if you find 2, you can equip 2 and like double up the amount of power. I'm not going to bother farming out a second one right now. That should be sufficient. But let's just see here. Now I'll clean out. Now that I've got this, I'll clean out more of the Colosseum here because I'll get some other good items and whatnot. But yeah, I am doing considerably more damage now. I gotta watch out. These guys. Here we go. Here's actually another really good, powerful item. The Shield Rod. This is a extremely good, useful item. Now, it's got a couple of things. One is because, as you can see, it's just stronger attack than my scimitar. It actually also adds to your defense. But the shield rod has a great ability. I don't know if it's a secret ability. And some of these things in this game, I don't know how much it's meant to be like a secret versus, you know, they don't necessarily spell it out for, oh, look how much damage I'm doing, I think. But with the shield rod, it has a cool effect. So I've got this Herald shield equipped, for example. So one button swings my shield rod, the other does my Herald shield. If I hit both at the same time, it will actually cast. Ooh, hello. It will actually cast a buff. In this case, it's giving me a protection from thunder. Each shield gives you a different buff when you use it with the shield rod, and some of them. Oh man, look how fast I took out that Owl Knight. Now that I've got my good equipment here, look at this. I am wrecking now. I am cooking. Some of the most maybe the most overpowered thing in the game that can happen. Also, it's like this kind of gravekeeper here. You know, start coming through on me. There's one of the shields that you get later in the game when you use it with the shield rod, gives you like the power of all of the different shields at once, which is like protection from everything. It damages enemies on contact. It actually heals you when you damage enemies, so it's remarkably. Okay, I gotta watch out for these guys. Stink. They can like. So here's what makes these guys a pain, is that they'll hit you and like knock you back off the screen, and they take a few hits to take out. Yeah, now that I get my ring and my shield rod, not really much they can. They're no match here. Actually, I wonder. Let's see. What did we find last time? We found this Axe Lord shield. I wonder what happens if we use the Axe Lord shield with the shield rod. Ready? Okay, I actually did not know it would do that. I mean, maybe I've tried that before at some point in the past. I certainly did not. Okay, hold on. Let's do this again. This is why this game is so great, okay? There are a million little secrets like this in the game, and every time I play... Oh, I'm good again. This is so much fun. Every time I play, it seems like I discover something new. I am just so delighted by this little man right here. Okay, even though the Herald shield stats are better, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping the Axe Lord shield on. Any game where I can summon a little buddy, I am, you know, two thumbs up for me. All right. Okay, man. All right, here we go. Let's see. Set this guy loose. Oh no! Oh, he was like stuck in the ceiling. All right, let's try this now. Come and get him. Yeah. Right. Oh no! All right, you know what? I don't usually like that thing. I always pick it up and then talk about how I don't like it, but I'll. All right, here we go. Alright, heart up now. Alright, now it looks like we've cleared out a lot of this area, so let's go now to that last, that little tunnel where I said we'd go to later. Let's go in there, and let's save it first. Man, I don't know. If I've done that little axe guy before, I've certainly forgot about it. That really took me off guard. I'm gonna have to feature that guy in some videos or something like that. He's what a delight that little dude is. All right, now I got two little dudes. I got my demon guy, and I got my, you know what's kind of surprising is that I don't think I've leveled up yet, considering like the number of kind of difficult monsters I've been fighting. I'm a little surprised I have not leveled up at all kind of during this. I mean, I guess I didn't have to grind that much. I thought I was gonna have to do like 20, 30, 40 times killing that guy. That was some really good fortune. I didn't even have, there's some, you can get items that you can equip later that increase your chances of finding rare item drops and things like that. I thought I was gonna need something like that. Do I want to save it on this side? No, I'm gonna have confidence in my abilities to not die versus this boss. Oh, what's this? A library card? That's a weird thing to find right there.
Who are you? Servants, come forth from the gates of hell!
Your blood. The scent of your blood.
You're a Belmont! Attack! Rid my castle of this pest!
Richter. I mean, it must be Richter because we played him at the beginning, so we know what he looks like. All right. Oh, okay. I got a Minotaur here. Right. Oh, here. Take this. Oh man. Oh, my little guy killed the Minotaur for me. All right, and now we'll see what we can do with the werewolf. Oh no, I summoned him in the ceiling again. All right. Here he is. Come, my little guy's coming for you. Here he comes. Whoa! Dude! 2 critical hits! Okay, that's MVP. MVP goes to Axeman.
So he says he's the lord of this castle.
Belmont for certain. Afterlife. Oh, I love that. I timed it so I got my little wings feature when I did that. Alright, let's continue through. And click on that. Open up the floor. Get this little elevator. Oh, yeah, see? Get this little elevator shortcut. No, don't go down. Go up. It seems like kind of an unnecessary elevator shortcut. It's not like this is a massive level, but alright, that's fine. But what is this? What have we here? Obtained form of mist. Mist could pass. Let's see, which button's gonna do my mist? That's not the mist button. How about you? You're not the mist button. Uh-oh. Which button does the mist? Nope. Oh, wait. Hold on. This is, one of these buttons should make me turn to the mist. Let's see. I think I remember this happening before. Let's see. Where's my form of mist? Which transform into mist? Yeah. But which button? Which button makes me turn into mist? Let's see. All right. Let's go to button settings. Mist, L plus R. I knew it was a combo. I thought, there we go. So now I can, so this lets me like, just for a second, turn into a mist so I can pass through doors like that. Now, it's interesting where it's one of the things they do to like kind of, again, signpost in this game, but they got that library card. I was like, why is there a library card on the game, on the ground? Well, what does a library card do when you... Whoops, I don't want to quit yet. What does a library card do when you use it? Where is the library card in my inventory? Library card. Enchanted library card. Use. Oh, it doesn't tell me. Well, what it does do is it teleports me back to the library. So, what the heck? If it just gave me a library card, maybe I'll just use it and go back to the library. But that will be for another video. I was successful in getting my overpowered ring here and beating the boss of the Colosseum and showing you the Colosseum. So with that, I guess we'll call it an episode. Oh, I thought of a catchphrase. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. All right. Be rad like a dad. Until next time. You like that? All right. Until next time. Take care.
Farewell for now.